Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to another lesson brought to you by the Institute of Ibn Mandhoor. This lesson, insha'Allah, is really going to be a continuation of Diacritics Part 1. Now, in that part we covered the Fathah and the Kasrah and the Dhammah, and we said that these symbols give rise to the sounds A, I, O. Now the topic of this lesson is Tanween. Tanween is an Arabic word. It merely means the doubling of a vowel. So, two Fathah, two Kasrah, two Dhammah. Okay, it's just basically doubling, writing two vertical strokes above the letter if it was a Fathah, for example. Just doubling. Now, the English translation of the word Tanween is nunation. Nunation. And why do we call it nunation? Really, it's because the effect of adding a tanween on a letter is exactly the same as the effect of adding the letter noon after the letter. Why? Because it will make a noon sound. That's why we call it nunation. And you will see this in the coming examples, insha'Allah. For our first worked example, we'll take the Fathah and turn it into a tanween. So we'll have two Fathah. Okay, so that's what tanween means. And we'll take the letter Ba. So place this tanween al-fath, or the tanween of the Fathah, on the Ba. And we'll get the sound Ban. Ban. Previously, when we had one Fathah on the Ba, we said it was Ba. Ba. But adding this tanween, yes, it's like adding the noon, but you have to shorten it slightly as well, the sounds. So Ba does not become Ban. Ba becomes Ban. Ban. So make sure to shorten the sound slightly. Many of you might have the question now, why is there an alif after the ba? It's a good question. Really, the existence of the alif after the ba is really an orthographical one. It has no other purpose except that it's done for writing. And the rule is this, is that you will always add an alif, you will always insert an alif if you have a tanween al-fath, a double Fathah. You will have to always add an alif, except in two instances. These two instances are the Hamzah and the Ta marbuta. Okay, you can see these on the screen now. In these two instances, there is no need to insert an alif. You merely write the two Fathah on top of the letter. But in all other instances, you have to insert an alif. Okay, proceeding to our next example, two Kasrah. So the Ba plus the two Kasrah, or the tanween, will give us Bin. Bin. Remember, it's not Bin. Bin. Shorten the sound. Also note how I've transliterated this sound. B-E-N. Now it sounds like Ben, but it isn't. It should be Bin. So why did I not write it B-I-N? Really, it is to keep it consistent with part 1, where I express the sound Kasrah with an E in English. Okay, so really this reads Bin, not Ben. Bin. I've only written it B-E-N to keep it consistent with part 1. Finally, we arrive at the Dhammah. So let us take Ba and place above it two Dhammah, or the tanween, and we should get Bun. Bun. Again, note that it is not Bun. You have to shorten the sound to get Bun. The tanween for the Dhammah can actually be written in several ways. You can see them on your screen right now. Starting from the right, the first two are exactly as it is, two Dhammah, except that one happens to be placed opposite and on top of each other. The final one on the far left may not look like a Dhammah, but it is. It's two of them. It's just written in this manner since it's easier to write. You don't actually have to lift your pen off the paper to write it. But just note that there are a couple of ways to write the tanween for the Dhammah. As per usual, we will take a couple of examples to practice and consolidate what we've just learnt. The first one we see is the letter Dal with two Fathahs on top. Again, the alif has been inserted for orthographical reasons. So this one should read Dan, Dan. The next one is the letter Qaf with two Kasrah below it, the tanween. So we'll read this one as Qin, Qin. The final one is the letter Ya and it has 2 dhamma above it, so this one will read yun, yun. Alhamdulillah, that now brings us to the end of Diacritics Part 2. You may have questions or further explanations that you wish to obtain, and you can do that by posting on our very own forum at www.ibnmandhoor.forumotion.com. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.